Welcome back to my channel. So on this video, we are going to discuss memo again, but we are going to focus on the types of memo. So we have here the first type of memo, and this is what we call the internal memo or office memo. So what is this? A communication between members of or groups within a single department. So it was done inside a single department to the members or to the groups within that one department. So remember that is what we call the internal or office memo. When that memo is just written for that one particular department. Next one is inter-office memo, an internal communication between two or more departments, similar to an internal memo, but with one or more added departments. So the first, which is internal memo, has similarities, but then there is still different because in internal office there is two and more department that was included here. So for example, in a school or in an institution, we have here what we call the college department and then high school department or the senior department. They are exchanging a memo document, and that is two department that was included on that memorandum. So next types of memo is business memo. What is this? A formal correspondence between two parties within a company. Two parties within a company. For example, in SM. So there is what we call the CEO and the executive manager. They are going to exchange memo. So that is what we call the business memo, because it was done between two parties and that was within the company. Next is policy memo. What is this? A directive sent by the head of a department to all employees communicating a change in company policy. So especially today or in this year that we are facing pandemic, and there are policies that has changed in many department, in many institution. So before you enter into a department, you are going to sanitize yourself, wear your mask, wear your face shield. What else? You are to make yourself clean, and you are going to distance yourself from other people. And for that to happen, of course, the president will send a memo to those employees in order for that to happen, and to, of course, to grant it to their customers. So that is an example of policy memo. Next is what we call the operational memo. What is this? Similar to a policy memo, an operational memo issues a directive to all employees discussing a change in operational procedure. So in here, in operational procedure, all the employees should follow this memo, which was came from the president, which is they are going to place their bags on their own cabinet, and then they are not going to use their cell phone while doing their work, and of course they are going to wear their mask, sanitize themselves before holding foods. Those are example of operational procedure. And before entering the kitchen, they are going to wear their what do you call that, hairnet, sanitize their hands, and then cover their mouth because they're going to cook to make their uh, kitchen clean and the food that you're going to serve clean. So there are a lot of procedural operation that should be followed here or written in this operational memo. And last but not the least is the memorandum of agreement or understanding. What is this? An agreement between two parties describing a working relationship. It is a legal document. So this is about an agreement or understanding memorandum. So there are two companies. They talk about a project. between them. They have already finished everything about that, and then they finalize it, and then they're going to exchange memo that they already agreed to each other, and their plans are all set in, and all they have to do is to have it done or to make it happen. So that is an agreement or understanding memorandum. So these are the different types of memorandum, and I hope this helps you to know what kind of memorandum you're going to write.